This video response is going to go out to Franz Vlogs. It is because she posted up a video called Are You a Geek? And because I'm sending this directly to her and not doing something on a public video, then it's just going to go to her and nobody else. If somebody else wants to watch, that's fine, but nobody has to. Okay. Now, I did watch your whole thing. I didn't know there was a site called Blog Things. Of course, there's a lot of websites I'm not aware of, and this will be kind of interesting to see what this is like. I'll be happy to travel there at some future date and check it out. But anyway, you referred to a quiz. It looks like it's like 7 or 8 questions. That's fine. So let's go through this. You were talking in the beginning of your video that you were doing some kind of mathematics. What kind of mathematics were you doing? I would have loved to have known that. Okay. Now the thing is, the next thing you mentioned is some kind of a debate between Star Wars and Star Trek. Maybe you could do that as a separate video and then list it in the description of the video you're talking about here. Okay. You didn't actually give a dictionary definition of a geek. That would have been interesting. Okay. Then one of the first questions is about your interests. You never list any of your interests, which I think would have been interesting. Then you talk about showing off your hobbies. How would you show off your hobbies? Would you do a YouTube video about that? Would you put a bunch of pictures on Instagram or Pinterest or something like that? That would be interesting to see. Okay. And how do you rate social skills? I mean, what is your criterion for social skills? Do you use some kind of a statistical analysis or something like that? That's interesting to find out. Okay. And why would being interested in physics, chess, or politics make you a geek? Why would that make you a geek? Love to hear the answer on that one. Okay. Now, what would be interesting to find out is why a geek would actually fall in love with somebody that isn't a geek. What would motivate them to fall in love with somebody that isn't a geek? Is it because of their good looks? Is it because that they share some of the same interests? You know, would there be conflicts because you have one geek and one not? Wouldn't that kind of rub each other the wrong way? Would the non-geek become a geek, or would the geek just stop being a geek and become a non-geek? That would be interesting to find out. Okay. And then you talked about being funny. How do you define funny? What criterion do you use to define yourself as funny? I'd like to know that as well. Overall, it was a pretty good video. I just would like to see the answers to these kind of questions. I think it would make your video a lot more interesting. So, hopefully you'll take the time, watch this, answer the questions, and let's see what you got. I'm pretty sure your viewers would be very interested to hear the answers as well. So, I'll leave this one up to you. I will tell you more in a future video. Stay tuned.